Did you know that many history textbooks used in Africa once erased pre-colonial achievements? Today, a new wave of animated storytelling is helping rewrite history, reclaiming narratives, and celebrating African heritage in ways never before imagined. Welcome to the Historical Animation channel, where we explore the power of animation to bring the past to life. In this episode, we delve into the fascinating world of African history animation, uncovering its origins, impact, and the crucial role it plays in shaping public memory and cultural identity. The story begins with pioneers like Mustapha Oleson of Niger. He is widely regarded as one of the first African animators. His 1966 short film, L'Homme de Ganji, is often cited as one of the first animated films made on the continent. Oleson's work was groundbreaking, blending animation with live action and using film to explore African folklore, politics, and social life. His early contributions laid the foundation for a vibrant animation industry to come. Fast forward to more recent years, and we see a surge of animated works dedicated to telling African stories. One notable example is Adoma, a 2015 French animated drama directed by Simon Ruby. Set during World War I, the film follows a young West African boy's journey to find his brother, who has joined the French army. Adoma premiered at the Annecy International Animated Film Festival and received critical acclaim for its powerful storytelling and stunning visuals, highlighting the experiences of African soldiers during the war. Then there's Malika, Warrior Queen, a project born from the creative mind of Roy Ocube and brought to life by Ant Hill Studios in Nigeria, founded by Niyi Ekemalayan. Based on Ocube's graphic novel, the series is set in 15th century West Africa and follows a queen who must defend her kingdom. Malika represents a significant milestone in African animation, showcasing the continent's talent and potential. The success of its Kickstarter campaign, raising over $20,000, demonstrates the global appetite for African-led historical storytelling. Another compelling project is The Legend of Ngong Hills, based on a Maasai folktale. This animation tells the origin story of the iconic Ngong Hills near Nairobi, Kenya, preserving and sharing a cherished piece of Maasai culture. The story teaches about the resilience, bravery, and power of the Maasai people. Kariba, set in Zimbabwe, retells the history and mythology surrounding the construction of the Kariba Dam in the 1950s. This animation delves into the complex relationship between humans and nature, exploring the cultural and environmental impact of this massive engineering project. The project also had a successful Kickstarter campaign for its graphic novel funding. Ubongo Kids, a South African educational animation project launched in 2013, uses catchy songs and engaging characters to teach children subjects like mathematics and environmental conservation. Ubongo Kids is shown across the continent and is a great example of education in local languages. The Chronicles of Nam, by Rwandan animator Eloise Shiaka, explores the Rwandan genocide through animation. This powerful and poignant work demonstrates animation's potential to address sensitive and traumatic historical events and to encourage remembrance and healing. Bino and Fino, a Nigerian children's animation series, is dedicated to teaching African history and culture. Episodes like the one about the Benin Kingdom Wars introduce young viewers to the rich heritage and architectural achievements of pre-colonial Africa. Bino and Fino has even been translated into Swahili. Animation is increasingly used to make historical events understandable and engaging for children and general audiences alike. From YouTube series to educational cartoons, animated shorts to crowd-funded projects, African history content is being delivered in innovative and accessible formats. In many cases, these projects are available in regional languages. One specific historical topic that is gaining prominence in animation is the Kyrigi War, a major late 19th century conflict in Yoruba land. These animations bring to life the battles, heroes, and political complexities of this pivotal period in Yoruba history. The wars of Benin, in present-day Nigeria, are among the most frequently cited examples of large-scale pre-colonial African urban infrastructure. Their inclusion in animation is significant because they challenge the stereotype that African societies lacked engineering sophistication before colonial rule. Crowdfunding has played a crucial role in the development of African animation. The success of Malika, Warrior Queen and other projects demonstrates that African historical storytelling has found support outside traditional studio systems. Many African animation projects are undercapitalized and cannot rely on large local financing. This makes crowdfunding a vital source of funding and validation. African history animation is often transnational, with productions involving African creators working with diaspora teams, European-backed productions about Africa, and Pan-African collaborations. Adoma, for example, was a French production that told an African war story rooted in the experience of West African soldiers during World War I. Animation reaches audiences that books and museums often miss, especially children. Children's animation has become a key vehicle for historical knowledge in regions where literacy varies, heritage sites are underfunded, museum access is limited, and local language educational media is scarce. African history animation matters because it translates complex history into a format that is visual, emotionally immediate, child-friendly, shareable online, and adaptable into multiple African languages. This has major implications for how historical memory is transmitted across generations. Animated storytelling can preserve oral traditions, folk tales, kingdom histories, genealogy, local spiritual beliefs, and pre-colonial political systems. This is especially important in societies where oral history has historically carried as much weight as written archives. Animation helps widen the lens to include queens and kings, kingdoms and empires, scientific and engineering achievements, indigenous cosmologies, and everyday life and children's learning. Animated history projects can distill academic research into accessible narratives, making them useful for classrooms, family viewing, cultural institutions, public history campaigns, and diaspora education. African historical animation increasingly serves as a form of cultural diplomacy, nation branding, Pan-African identity building, youth education, and creative industry development. A lot of African history animation is reaching audiences through YouTube, social media, crowdfunding platforms, and streaming partnerships. This reflects a broader shift toward mobile-first media consumption across Africa. Countries such as Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Rwanda, and Ghana are building stronger animation ecosystems, often tied to advertising, children's content, educational media, and historical storytelling. Projects like Bino and Fino demonstrate the importance of translating African history content into local languages such as Swahili, which helps reach children beyond English-speaking elite audiences. Animated depictions of places like the Benin Kingdom, the Ngong Hills, the Kariba Dam, and Yorubaland historical conflicts can boost public interest in heritage sites, museums, and local history. African history animation is part of a wider push for better African representation in global media, locally controlled storytelling, correction of colonial-era distortions, and increased investment in African creative industries. One of the biggest issues these animations address is the historical suppression of African state systems, engineering achievements, military organization, trade networks, female leadership, and intellectual traditions. This is particularly true of subjects like the Benin Wars, West African empires, Yoruba political history, Maasai oral traditions, and Zimbabwean hydropolitical history. Animation helps restore them to public consciousness. Projects such as the Chronicles of Nam, which engages the Rwandan genocide, show how animation can enter sensitive historical terrain. Animation can be a powerful tool for preserving memory, promoting understanding, and fostering healing. As we've seen, African history animation is more than just entertainment, it's a vital tool for education, cultural preservation, and reclaiming marginalized narratives. By supporting these creative endeavors, we contribute to a more accurate and inclusive understanding of African history and its impact on the world. Join us next time as we continue to explore the fascinating world of historical animation. And remember, every story has the power to change the world, one frame at a time.